What's good, y'all? So listen, I was in the middle of starting this review, but my camera wasn't even on. So I got to start all this all over again. But that's all right, because I'm still in the mood for it. G-Status ATL Hustle. Y'all got it going on, and I'm all here for G-Status ATL Hustle. This was so much better than the come up. I really wish this is what the come up was. But since it wasn't, and since it ain't, we just gonna get on past that. So this is season 2, episode 2. I just came here to eat. That's all. My sentiments exactly. So the episode starts off with Akeem and Zion, much like I said before. Throw Akeem and Zion away. Moving on. Zion, you and Akeem hunched. You can't lie about that. Moving on. Sherrod meets with Roman to work out, and we get to see Roman. I'm here for Roman. Is it me, or does Roman remind y'all of a cute little church mouse? You know what I'm saying? It's like you catch it and you want to chop his head off, but it's so cute. You just let him, set him off back up on the, you know what I mean? Like he a cute little mouse to me. I'm for Roman. Roman asks Sherrod about Tramiel. And in the midst of all of that, Sherrod says that he wants to get somebody named Mikey together. And Roman feels like Sherrod is just too nice. I don't really know the ins and outs, the inner workings of what exactly the issue is. The real issue is between Tramiel and Sherrod. I still personally am under the school of thought that believes that it's something completely idiotic and mundane, and it's something that the both of them can get over, and I really want the both of them to get over it, because y'all know I love me some Sherrod, and I also love Tramiel. I would love to see them just get along, talk out whatever the issue is, and just build the bridge and get over it. As far as this Mikey situation is concerned, Sherrod, I do feel like that is a situation that you do need to have a civil, grown-up, adult, man-to-man, man-o-to-man-o type of conversation with him about. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. I also don't feel like it's something that has to be talked about amongst the group, because you see what happens when you talk amongst the group is what's going to happen as we get down to that in a minute. That is all old ass Akeem's fault, and I'm going to go in and let have on, so don't you worry about it. Devon's confessionals was hilarious. Shout out to Devon. Y'all know I've been here and living for Devon since Chasing Atlanta seasons 1 and 2. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, Devon can't do no wrong in my eyes, and I'm all here for everything that is Devon. We meet Four, and Four is a rapper, an actor, and a model. I started liking Four doing that issue, but then I stopped liking Four doing this whole messy ass dinner that old ass Akeem put on, and we're gonna get down to that in a second. Actually, we're going to get down to that now. Akeem is late to his own damn dinner. Why was he late? I don't know. Maybe he couldn't get off in time enough for his real job while he's sitting around here trying to put on for amongst these cameras. I really wish a lot of y'all would just come up off of this. I'm an actor. I do this. I model. I do that. I sing. I do this. I make clothes. I do that. Let me tell y'all something. If what y'all doing ain't making y'all no damn money, bitch, it's a hobby. I really feel like a lot of y'all got hobbies. You understand me? And y'all get up here with all of this gaudy ass fashion and all of these damn aqueduct flea market clothes fashions and this, that, and this one trying to put on. I really want a lot of y'all to just be real with what it is that y'all really do. And stop getting up. Like, it seemed like everybody at the table had the same story. I'm a model. I'm an actor. I sing. I rap. I got a Pornhub and a YouTube and a SoundCloud on the side, this, that, and like it was just the same thing all around. Anyway, Delicious starts off with the introductions, and Four reads her for the gods. And then Four At first it was funny. After seeing it again, it wasn't funny. You're a nuisance. You're a pest. I feel like you're trying way too hard for the crowd to know you, to be some type of crowd favorite. And it's funny because me and Scotty and Ebbie talked about it as the show was going on. And Scotty made a really good point. A lot of people will go up for your shenanigans and your antics because you're the clown. We're more so laughing at you and not with you. And I feel like amongst these group of people, yeah, you're about the bottom of the totem pole. I honestly think at this point you might have Charlie and our guy beat. Yeah, that's honestly how I feel. And I ain't trying to give you too much because I actually like Dre Simba. Me and Dre Simba are cool. Hey, Dre Simba, it's no shade, it's no harm, no foul. But your bestie, if that's your bestie, he may not be once I read his ass fulfilled as this episode and this season goes on. Anywho, Brandon introduces himself, and for Sherrod and Devon all throw shade. Now, this was interesting to me because at the end of the day, all of y'all are on YouTube. I mean, with the exception of Sherrod with what he used to do, but we're not getting into that because he don't live there. That was his address. He don't live there no more. I love you, Sherrod. I got your back. All I'm saying is, when it comes to the YouTube acting base, nobody can read nobody. Because let's not forget, y'all are on a YouTube reality show. And I'm just going to leave it at that, Sherrod. I mean, you done had this discussion. I done already told you. Just because I like you don't mean that's going to make you exempt from no observation. And I love you down. Hit me up. You too, Devon. Y'all hit me up. Is it me, or does Ike sound like either a pastor or a scheming ass mother? Like, every time Ike gets up and talk, I don't know what it is about his voice, his vernacular, the way he formulates his words, but it's like, it's such a turn on, but I feel like I gotta hold on to my purse the whole time while we doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna get, cause I like Ike a lot. I do. He has a southern charm about him that I can appreciate, being as though I am from the South. But I don't know. He seemed like the type that I would have to pat down, and you know, when he walk out, make sure I still got my drawers on, cause I was raised classy. Anyway. Lando and Ford get into it. I'm completely confused and befuddled as to what that argument was about. This is here another time where I stopped liking you, Ford, and I wanted to like you, but I just don't, because you're a pest and you're a nuisance. You started an issue with them, and it wasn't just him. It was like while everybody was talking, you had something to say. Why? Why? Anywho. Sherrod addresses Tramiel, and they couldn't even do that. Why? Because here again, another time, we got Four starting an issue with Sherrod. And Sherrod, I'm a little disappointed because, girl, don't nobody give a damn about Four like that. You gave Four way too much energy. You did, Sherrod, and I really wished you hadn't have done that. I don't. You say you changed and you want people to see you in a much different light. Then stop feeding into the same old bullshit that they're giving you. That's just my motherly, brotherly, womanly, fatherly type of advice that I really hope you take. Akeem finally shows up to his dinner late. Like I said, the manager at CC's Pizza said, Akeem, you can go on ahead and quit busting the suds because the Mexicans are already here to relieve all of y'all. And now you was able to go home, take a shower, put on some curve, throw on your little outfit, and make it up there in time to make an entrance. But when you got there, you know, it was hell on wheels. But see, Akeem, all of this is your fault, which is why you showed up late. The first part was gags and giggles. I believe you honestly showed up late because you knew that this won't gonna be nothing but what it was, an entire shit show. And I'm with Devon, and I said that all the time. You're supposed to be mother. The streets ain't lying on you. You 75 years old. You supposed to be the one that the girls come to for any type of pause of wisdom or advice. It's a damn shame you walking around here eligible for AARP card, carrying on the way that you are carrying on. I'm not here for it, Akeem, and I don't see it for you. Point blank, period. Moving on. Charlie and our guy go to the DTLR runway show. Thank you for not showing your face here, Charlie and our guy, because I just would have had to keep reading and reading and reading, much like I'm doing now. And yeah, y'all spared yourself for read. I guess it's a good thing that y'all didn't come. Y'all ain't missed much of nothing anyway, because nothing happened. Akeem feels a type of way about Charlie not being there, but at the end of the day, Akeem, I don't care how you slice it, flip it, cut it, flip it up, and rub it the hell down. You didn't show up to his event. He ain't show up to yours. Ain't no reason for you to feel any type of way about it. Moving on. December comes in as Akeem's guest, and Devon reads her. I really wish Devon and December would kiss and make up and get along, because I love the both of them. Like, I really would love the both of them to just get along, and then they could just go in and have a hoes together. Like, I feel like it'll just make it 1,000 times better than what it already is if they would just turn it on everybody and get along. But that's just how I feel. Who am I? Brandon wants to have a personal conversation with Sherrod, but they're forced to talk about it amongst the group. And again, I don't understand why. From what the people are saying, Brandon doesn't even stay for half of the damn season. So I'm not understanding what harm it would have been for the two of them to just let them settle that. Or if you want to have it on film, let them come together someplace else, eat a bagel, going working out, going shopping. I would say eating ice cream or gelato, but y'all know with the line of work that y'all set up in, honey, the last thing y'all need to be eating is anything dairy. Trust me, I know. Hint to the wise. But they were forced to talk about it, and again, they couldn't even talk about their issues because drunk ass, old ass, piss poor, pathetic ass Akeem keeps jumping into the middle of it, causing issue, ruckus, and mayhem where there does not need to be any. And then in the midst of them trying to work something out, now an issue done came between Akeem and Tremel. Like, that's what I'm talking about, Akeem. That's why I don't do you, I don't like you, and I just don't see it for you. Like, that whole thing was completely unnecessary. All for camera time. Anyway, December tries to address things with Sherrod before and Lando get into it again. A whole nother situation where somebody is trying to get something off their chest, but you got four just being. For what I really want you to do is take off that do-rag. That's number one. Dre Summer, that's supposed to be your best friend, your good Judy, and all this, that, and this. But how you allow him to come on his confessional looking like that? And then Devon and December get into it. They get into a yelling match. And then somebody threw a drink. I have to be honest, I don't know who threw the drink first because I was too busy setting up all my lights and getting my stuff together to give y'all this review. Whoever threw the drink first, y'all was wrong as hell. As long as y'all was tongue wrestling, there was no issue. There was no issue. Now, y'all done sat there and threw plates and glass and cups and everything. And Akeem, that's your dinner. All of that fall on you. So, do y'all even have the budget to be sitting up here tearing up people's restaurants like that? Girl, I know that's the last time they're going to have y'all asses down to anybody else's venue, good restaurant, hibachi restaurant, or what have you. But I'm going to tell you this, though. The most interesting thing that came up out of that was seeing Delicious sitting there eating her food. Like, that would have been me altogether. Like, listen, I ain't got no problem with none of y'all. Y'all ain't got no problem with me. And I'm going to do what the flying hell we came here to do, which was what, bitch? Eat. And on that note, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Bye. I just woke up and I rolled up. I just woke up and I rolled up.